used the $40 prize money to buy a new putter. Now it's time for Harrison and the other 7- and 8-year-olds to take center stage. In driving, Harrison stepped up and cranked his first drive. It was a great poke and came to rest 164 yards away. Ashton Radvansky from Missouri City, Texas received his first set of clubs when he was just 3 years old, and the way he drove the ball proved he's a veteran. On his second attempt, Ashton set the pace with a 169-yard drive.
I was just like trying to smooth it out. My first drive out there, like like my mom told me, but I hit it a little bit too soft, and I hit it 169.
2005 national finalist Sahith Sagala felt very comfortable over his first drive. He smoked it out into the distance and took the lead with 173 yards. There were only 2 golfers left to hit their drives. And Tyler Olmsted was the one that gave the ball a ride. His 185-yard drive gave him the top spot for the driving part of the competition. So Tyler Olmsted, who has been playing golf for 6 years, finished just ahead of Sahith Sagala, who won the driving event last year in the 7- and 8-year-old age group. Harrison proved that his 2 holes-in-one were no fluke as he finished 4th. Next up for the 7- and 8-year-olds was the chipping competition. Jay Trusty from Danville, Arkansas has won the Pepsi Little People's Championship twice, so we trust that he felt comfortable in the spotlight. On his first chip, Jay was pin high and racked up 4 points. With a total of 12 points, Jay Trusty was the early leader, but Sahith Sagala was his usual self, solid as a rock. Sahith dialed in on his first chip, and it was just enough for 5 points. Sahith got 4 points on his second chip, and his final chip was right on the money. 5 more points gave Sahith a total of 14, and he was now the man to catch. It came down to the last junior golfer, 2005 national finalist Shane Cruz from Carlisle, Pennsylvania. With 4 points already on the board, Shane needed a chip in on his last attempt to tie Sahith. It was a great effort, and with 5 points, Shane Cruz walked away with a total of 9. So, in the 7- and 8-year-old chipping competition, Sahith took the top spot after his second place finish in driving. Just 2 points shy of Sahith, Jay Trusty finished second, and Shane Cruz rounded out the top 3. The final event for the 7- and 8-year-olds was the putting competition. It was Jay who once again set the pace. After a 2-putt on the 7-footer, Jay trusted his stroke and focused in on his 20-footer.
The first putt, I didn't make it, so I knew I had to come back, and I made the 20-foot putt.
With 3 strokes in his pocket, Jay was on top of the heap. But Patrick Toledo, who recorded his first hole-in-one this summer, had no problem with the 7-footer. He then looked to make it 2 in a row on his 20-footer. With a solid 2 strokes, Patrick was assured of at least a tie for first. Sahith, who just finished second in driving and first in chipping, rammed home his 7-footer. And if he made the 20-footer, he'd have the championship title wrapped up. Sahith came up 8 inches short, but was still in a great position. Zachary Spang wants to be a science teacher when he grows up, but for now, he's trying to take a scientific approach to his putts. Zachary easily dissected the 7-footer, and then he scoped out his 20-foot putt. So both Zachary and Patrick Toledo conquered the putting green and tied for first. Jay's solid comeback on the 20-footer notched him third, and Sahi had himself another solid performance. Good enough for a 4th place finish. We'll find out later who took the overall top honors as the 7- and 8-year-old national champion. Coming up,